Hello, my name is Ellis. Welcome to the Gridme Gaming Channel, your ultimate gaming channel here on YouTube. Today we are playing some more Car Mechanic 2021. Let's go ahead and switch over to that real quick. We're back with more of this, episode 2, I guess, on how to start out as a beginner. Did I do my intro? I wanted to try a new one today, so I think that's what threw me off. I'll put the camera on once I'm done with this dip. I don't want to be spitting in front of you guys, but I gotta chew in, so sorry. We're gonna be playing Car Mechanic 21. Want to do the intro? I want to try it. It's new, so I'm thinking just something like I want to use Frogophiles. So just like, what's up, Frogophiles? Frogophiles? That doesn't sound as good. This music's so loud. I think I can, yeah. Frogophiles. No, don't like it. What's up, frog legs? Frog bros? Froggies? Froggy woggies? What's up, my froggy woggies? Something like that. It's gonna be a good stream today. I've got good energy right now. I'm ready to do this. Alright. So I was thinking about what I wanted to do after episode 1, and I know I didn't edit the video yet. I might still. I gotta figure out. I was gonna try to do it on YouTube Editor, but I don't like it at all. Like, I've never used YouTube Editor to trim streams before, and I'd much rather just do it in my normal video editing software. But I haven't decided if I want to commit to downloading an hour and 8-minute video to chop down to 10 minutes. That's a lot of work, but we'll see. Anyways, episode 2. Episode 1, I think we covered the bases pretty well, but I didn't know that, is there a cat in here? Sorry, I'm tripping. I didn't know that expert mode would no longer show some of the things that make this game kind of seem harder than it actually is. My name's Ellis, by the way, if I didn't say that. Or Grinwy, Gronway. Oh. I'm thinking on Fridays I'll just try to stream in French exclusively. So maybe I'll hop on like EU StarCraft or something crazy. Get matched against Rainer. Oh, he's Italian. Clem's the French one. Look at that. StarCraft, current StarCraft 2. Oh, baby. So this is my main profile. And you might be like, okay, well, I thought we were learning how to start. Clearly, this is not a start. I just wanted to show you, since we talked about last time how the garage expansions work, I wanted to go over tools. Actually, no, it was upgrades. Yeah, I want to go over tools, and I want to go over what the upgrades do. So if you just watched episode 1, great. If you remember it, great. I streamed it yesterday, I think. I don't know, time's weird for me. We didn't have any perks to start. So the money doesn't really matter anymore. The case thing's kind of cool. I can zip around. I'm pretty quick compared to our normal guy, and this is helpful when getting around the shop. Here's that Porsche Carrera that we could have fixed last time when we were doing the examination glitch explanation. If you didn't see that, it's in episode 1. You can get infinite XP from the very beginning of the game for free. Unlock everything before you even buy a single part. Not tested, but I'm 99% sure it's totally viable. So that was walk speed. That one's done. Stay on topic. We are going to get back to our Let's Play series sort of thing after this. Okay, here. The most important one, I guess we'll feature that first. Well, I have the most viewer retention, you know, try to be logistical here for you guys. I know it's hard to watch me. I'm sorry. So Renovator, like I said, lets you fix parts parts, and body parts. So you want all 3 of these pretty early, and I mean that's at least level 1. You get 6 points per level at a certain point, I think. Oh no. Sorry guys. I thought you got 6 points per level. I don't know. I forget how the scaling works. But eventually you get 6 points per level. But it would take quite a few levels to get to Renovator 3. But as soon as you can get Renovator 1, it's awesome. Renovator 2 is even better. Renovator 3 is amazing. That's how you'll be making big money once you start getting those done. So what Renovator does, let me take a look here if I have any parts. No. Well, I guess we'll get a little crappy car. Oh no, am I getting a nosebleed? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. No, it's just a mucus clump. I'm sorry guys, I'm so gross. We'll take an order here. Something simple. I don't want to do a lot of work. This should work. Yeah, whatever. Just for the purpose of this little quick tutorial. Let me, sorry, I'm going to just fix my audio a little bit. Sorry, I'm a little raspy too. Okay, so you just got a new order. You've been doing orders, you know, you're working up the story, getting those cases, getting free XP, getting free scraps. Barn locations, don't worry about those yet. Credits, great, just save them. So you get an order, you're going to do all of your examinations, you know, from out here, outside of the car. You do your examinations of every part, and I guess this showcases my exam speed when you max it out. You can see why that's super important. I'm getting 15 XP points, and the time it would take 0 upgrades to get like 4. So the faster you can go through this, you know, the less time you're wasting, the more fun you're having, because this part's the worst part of, you know, this is the least fun you're going to have working on a car, is just looking at it. And that kind of makes sense in terms of being true to what the game is, an accurate, pseudo-accurate, accurate for a video game simulator. I don't have to examine everything since I don't need any more perk points, so I'm not going to. But I was probably level 11 or 12 when I started getting pretty quick observation speeds, and I got to level 25 really, like, almost probably quicker. So like once you get to that level 10, you're going to start breaking through and moving a lot quicker. Also, I need to hit a toolbox. I guess we can bring this inside real quick. Toolbox. So that was the observation. You can see here you can get up to 0.5 seconds or down to 0.5 seconds to examine a part. Mounting and screwing you'll see next. I mentioned previously that I think screwing is probably better than mounting, just because typically mounting doesn't take as long, and there's a little exploit, not an exploit, I don't know, it's just a game mechanic you can use to speed up mounting different parts quicker, because there's like a cap you can hit, and I'll try to demonstrate that in this. This branch I won't really get into, it's pretty straightforward. Inspect value of a car, I think you use that at auctions and junk yards. And barn cars, pretty much every car you find, and that'll help you gauge what to pay for it / how much money you think you can make off of it, and we'll talk more about how to make money efficiently off cars as we approach that in the Let's Play series. I don't know when that'll be. Sorry, I got cotton mouth. I need to get a glass of water. Uno momento. My bad, guys. Ooh.
I'll go ahead and start it. I'm in here already.
All right, if the camera's going, just.
Why's your cookie down there already? Or down there?
I messed. Oh yeah, I meant to tell the stream about that. Let me see that. I made a tragic. Eat it. I can't. I made a tragic error. All right, let's get situated here. Yeah, I know. You're telling me.
Those things are so delicious. That's mom. She knows how to make them. That could be your next project.
I spent like 5 minutes thinking of how I was going to say this in advance, actually. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. We're being joined by my dad. He's a car enthusiast. He knows pretty much everything there is to know about auto mechanics. No, not really. But his dad, my grandfather, was actually an expert. But anyways, I was having a cup of coffee. Well, I can turn on the camera, I guess, but I'm not going to right now. We'll get back into the tutorial here in just a second. This is a funny story about this morning. Yeah, I made a cup of coffee because we got these biscottis, which are like Italian bread, coffee, cookie accent thingies. Yeah, I was excited to try it. Never had it before. I'm not a big coffee guy, but I'll drink it every now and then. I think it's good. I just don't like the caffeine. As you can tell, I'm probably talking faster than normal for all the caffeine I've had. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the biscotti. Yeah. So my coffee gets done from the Keurig. I put the milk and sugar in there. I grab the biscotti. I undo it. I gently place the biscotti in the cup of coffee inside the mug, like one might lay a peppermint stick in a in a cup of hot chocolate.
No.
I gingerly prance back to my room, grinning from ear to ear, excited to try this chocolatey goodness. I sit down, and the motherfucker has sank to the bottom and dissolved.
It's a dipping thing.
I didn't know. I thought it was a stirring thing.
You should read the box.
Yeah, I
have instructions on it.
I was devastated.
For novices.
So if you're doing biscotti for the first time and you don't want to be heartbroken, do not put it in the cup.
Dip it. Just dip it.
Carry it, dunk it, eat it.
I usually like put it in a little bit in like 3 swirls. So what would that be? 729 with 950 or something? What is that?
Oh, I think 1040.
1040. Yeah, three times around the cup, and then you take it out. It's perfect.
All right, let me get back to what I was doing, please.
I love biscotti.
Yeah, it is good. It's good. Okay, so I'm not going to talk about these. I just need to show. Oh, actually, even Renovator is awesome. So yeah, you can start repairing parts really, really early. Like even Renovator 1 is awesome. So
they show a hammer for Renovator. It seems like it'd be a.
I mean, it's just like taking dents out of like oil pans.
Oh.
Stuff like that. This would be like fixing like a suspension arm. This would be like fixing like a leaf spring. This would be like maybe something more complicated like an alternator or a starter.
Yeah. This
would be body parts.
I get it. I was just saying a hammer seems more like demolition than repair.
I don't know. A lot of metal. But yeah. Meant to mention the tools you can get. So while you're doing your examination, once you unlock these tools, they're pretty quick. They cost money, I think. Yeah, it's money. You can go into your additional tools. You can use your OBD scanner to test for general diagnostics. You've got your compression tester, which will tell you about your pistons, your seals, things like that. Your multimeter, it's going to tell you your spark plugs, fuses. Tire tread tester, This one's probably the least important. You get the least amount of XP from this one compared to the others. And you're pretty much always selling tires and putting new ones on. So I don't know if you really need to get the tire tread tester early. It's nice to have, but it's definitely not very useful. Fuel pressure. This tells you like engine auxiliary components. I don't know if it does intake manifolds, but I think it does do exhaust, at least front exhaust, things like your fuel filter, your oil filter, things you can't quite examine just on the engine itself. I think your camshafts are with the compression test. Batteries, you can always just give a nice little charge up once you get the battery charging station. It's free, doesn't cost anything. I usually do it for my customers just because I think it's funny. So there's that. Screwing and mounting speeds and repairing parts. So what did this job need? I can also show you the difference between normal and expert mode. So we've got some brake problems, and I'm going to do some diagnostics since I don't know what the brakes problems are. Repair damaged body parts. Okay, and it tells me what I need to do there. So that's fine. We get to show you plenty of repairs. In terms of diagnosing which brakes are bad, you'll notice I did 9 of 9 suspension, but I don't know if it has a bad brake or not because I couldn't tell from the examination or whatever because the caliper's in the way. So you could either, if you have the test path, you could take it to your test path and run the test path. Or if you don't have that, you don't really need the test path unless you want to do alignments, like I said in the last video. You can just get in the car if it drives. Hopefully this car drives. Okay, it does. Sweet. Oh, sorry. My bad. Hey, what's up, Will? Diaper check? Dad, you got your diaper on?
Yeah.
Alright, he's good. It's like that raccoon washing cotton candy. What's like that raccoon washing cotton candy? What does that mean, Dad?
What's that?
It's like that raccoon washing cotton candy. What story did I tell? Oh, is that like the biscotti? Like the raccoon wasted the cotton candy by putting it in the water and it dissolved? Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna have to link me that. That sounds amazing. Good morning, buddy. Or
yeah, because they wash. Yeah, they wash everything.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
Cotton candy would just disappear.
You can take your whip over to the test track. Does the same thing at the garage expansion. So test track's probably one of the last things you really need to get. I put paint shop after it still also, but yeah, definitely not a high priority compared to like the dyno's probably better. This little guy whips. Little Bianco. I don't know what that is. Sorry if this is too loud. Yeah, holy cow. Oh, I was looking at the audio. Sorry, that's probably blaring in your ears. Normally it's not this loud. I'll have to adjust the audio when I go do drifts. Alright, and from the test drive we can see what parts are bad. We can see 2 brake pads are bad. There's a bad brake caliper also and a bad brake disc, but I don't think we have to fix that. Go back into our car status. Okay, yep. So now at least we know where everything bad is. And oh, there's one more part that's not discovered. Where could that be? Well, we'll have to do a visual inspection on the lift. Try to show. Make sure I don't have to do any fluids. Yeah, no. I'm going to take out the brake fluid. I'm not sure if you have to or not, but I like to be on the safe side. Definitely don't think you need oil to change brakes, though.
Just some elbow grease.
So since I'm working on brakes, I can raise the car all the way up so it's at eye level. Just makes it a little bit easier. Personal preference. And now, if you're on normal, and you have a part discovered, you can click the little stars, and the parts will highlight on the car. You can see them in blue here. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3. There's one part we haven't discovered, but this tire looks totally fine. So we'll just start taking off our tires. Here you're about to see the difference in screwing from episode 1 in terms of screwing speed. You'll also see the slower screwing speed when we switch back. So there's a brake pad we need replaced. That's just a bad screw. The part's fine at 64. Go back to the other tires. Yeah, I maxed out this level, this character or whatever. It could be the no, it's not the caliper cylinder. That brake pad's okay. Doesn't look like there's anything else wrong. It could be a bearing, which would be kind of annoying. If you're on easy mode, okay, there's the brake disc. If you're on easy, oh, here it is. Nope, I was wrong. Do I still not know where it is? Oh my goodness. How is there a brake problem? Is it like the ABS module? Yep, look at that. What are you doing? Weirdo. They're taking a picture of me. Can you turn your audio down on your phone?
Is there? Did you hear something on my phone?
Yeah, it's on speaker mode.
No, it's on speaker.
It's not on silent. That's what I'm trying to say. That guy down there. Alright, so that should be all the parts we need to fix or replace internally. We'll get the body here. We'll leave those highlighted just so you can kind of see how it's helpful. Door, hood, bumper, window, door. Okay, not everything. This is always confusing. Trying to remember what you need. Pretty much everything. But no fenders, right? No fenders. Okay. If it just looks bad, I guess that's going to be the general consensus. Here, do we need a front bumper? Nope. Lights look okay. That window looks bad. That looks bad. That looks bad. That looks kind of bad. I think it said something about these. I'm not sure. Right tail light. That's the only light I need is a right tail light. Rear left door window. Got that. Do we need windshield or anything in the front? Okay, no. I think I got a pretty good idea here. There's some parts like windows you can't repair ever. There's a lot of parts you can't repair. I don't know if you can repair ABS pumps. We're going to find out though. So we're going to need 2 brake pads. We're going to need a brake caliper. This brake cylinder will be fine though. That should be all the parts we need. Since we went and got garage expansions first, that's the first garage expansion you're going to want to get. You have access to the brake lathe right away, which lets you repair brake discs, ventilating discs, any sort of discs. So you'll never have to buy a disc again pretty much. There are exceptions to this, but it's a very nice tool. It takes a while though, so we'll let it sit for a second. Not that long, it's probably about done now. You can see it back there sparking kinda. It's done. Alright. I guess we'll grab it. Sorry, I'm kinda spacing out. I'm trying to get my dad more involved, but It's all right. No, he's chilling. But
right. You didn't want me to say much.
Will keeps being like, "Is your dad all right? Is he okay? Is he having fun?" I keep like shaking my head no, but I forget the camera's not on.
Gotcha.
You can leave whenever you want. You know,
No, it's all right.
I'm not holding him hostage. He wanted to come in here at first. I thought. I might have a brake caliper. We're about to, I started a new campaign. I'm about to go back to that. I just wanted to show the upgrades.
And you know, when you use a lift for the cars, you don't have to use the lift on your game chair as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's harder to see.
It makes sense. But you really don't have to do that.
Add a brake caliper. Alright, I can repair the ABS pump. I could repair all of these parts from this car, but I don't need to. So garage expansions lets you repair parts once you get those perks we just talked about, the renovator and the welder and stuff, or not the welder, but the machinist or whatever. Repairing's pretty easy. It's just a little mini game. It gets really old really fast, but it's worth it. Same thing with body parts. The shop's kind of varied, so we got parts, body, parts, body. So yeah, all of these perks will let you upgrade stuff, but you need garage expansions to be able to do it. Just so you know. So I just have to do the orange ones, and I probably don't even have to get them to 100% if they don't get there. So I'm going to check the car. It's at 48% right now. Do I have to go higher than 48%? 57, yep.
You got to be a different level to have the blue spaces for the super upgrade or whatever.
No.
They just come up random.
It's just part of the mini game, yep. That's on scrapping though, not on repairing. Yeah. So we'll have to buy a couple parts. We go to the body station, select the car. It normally shows you if it's in your garage with the little home symbol. You need a right tail light, trunk window, left door window, 2 brake pads. Probably have those already. I'm missing something, I know, but that's alright. That's the wrong car. The windshield didn't need none. That's fine. Okay. Maybe I didn't forget anything. I'm sure I did. Rear bumper, rear right door, right side mirror, trunk. I didn't do very good, did I?
Trunk's a little rusty.
It was rear right door, right? Yep, okay. Take these back to the repair stand. Don't know why he wanted some of those repaired, but you know, the customer's always right or whatever. Whatever they say in sales and business worlds. Alright, body's done, so we just got to put the stuff back together. Hit this ABS pump real quick. Now, sometimes depending on the repair quality you need to make on certain vehicles, you don't have to put 100% brand new parts in. I'm going to, just to be safe, to make sure I don't have to redo anything for speed. Sometimes you can get messed up if you think you have a good part, but it's not quite good enough. Or like 2 components, like in a spring or something, it can get weird. Did I ever grab my brake disc? Okay, cool. So yeah, the highlighting really helps you get to grips with this game. and then once you get the basics of it, you should definitely switch to expert, because it's a lot more fun when you like kind of have to stand back and like know what you're going for, but have to also look for stuff. I don't know. I've been enjoying it at least. Hopefully you can see the mounting speed difference there with the brake pads. And that would complete this car. We just have to put brake fluid back in it. You always got to put the fluids back in that you take out.
You always use that brand?
Yep. Every time. It's the only one I trust. This video is sponsored by brake boosters. Oh, I forgot to put the license plate back on. I've got a lot of license plate mods, which is why you'll see some license plates that you might not be seeing. Okay, so I think that wraps up everything. I guess I'll show you what salvaging is since we haven't seen that. That'll be it. So you get this little dumpster when you get the salvaging station. It's kind of hard to... I didn't know it was here for a long time, is what I'm trying to say. You can come over here, use any parts you don't want to get salvage, which is that blue resource that you use to upgrade other parts of other cars to make them even better. So you can get a tuned up part and upgrade it to level 3 maximum, and it'll be smoking boys like crazy.
What's a big bonus versus the regular?
It depends on the part and the condition. So for most little parts, your piston rings, your tie rods, anything basic and metal is just going to be 1 for the big zone, 2 for the green, 3 for the blue. Mm. If you have a really important part like an engine block or an engine head, or what are the other big ones?
Transmission.
Gearboxes are pretty big. Yeah, they can be up. I've seen 15 or 16 in the blue zone for some of them, with like 7 in the green. If you have a good condition part, you might be getting 4 to 8. If it's a really valuable part, you'll be getting like 10 to 15 if it's in good condition. The worse the condition, it brings it down. So you're lucky if you get about a third of them being more than 3 in the blue zone. If it's not worth, I mean, if your timing's good, go for the blue every time. That's what I do. Well, I just try to be quick about it. We'll get to that. You'll see. It doesn't need explaining really. The last thing you unlock that I wanted to talk about from the toolbox, I think, is the parking. Oh no, it just makes it cheaper. So the parking garage, if you go to your travel, is where you store cars. I actually want to move this one real quick. I'm just going to bring it over there. And then swap you with that spot. You can store cars. It looks like 10 per alley, and it costs 50,000 per alley or something. I don't know how many you can get. I think it's 15 alleys. So lots of storage. Anyways, we're going to jump over to the new save on expert mode. Alright. And continue building up from the ground. I don't know. Should we play on this one? I guess I could just call it an episode here and we could just chill. How long was this? 35 minutes? It was kind of a good tutorial episode. I stayed on topic for most of it.
Until I came in.
Yeah, well, we just told a little story. And probably, yeah. I think this was a good episode. I'm gonna call it wraps here, and then I'm gonna jump on a hard mode, not our YouTube one, a new one, and I'm gonna play that. Or I might play this one. I might play this one. I'm gonna play this one. All right, bye guys. Thanks for watching. It's been Ellis from Greenway Gaming.